What's up, everybody? This is Jason, Zombie Collector, and shockingly, I have another NBA video. I don't even know what's happening to my channel. Somebody might have overtaken my body and have turned me into an NBA fan. Just kidding, that's not ever going to probably happen. But the reason why I'm collecting this individual is because he's a Japanese basketball player. It's Rui Hachimura. He plays for the Washington Wizards, and he did play, I believe, for George Washington prior to this, and that's where I first learned about him. His mother's Japanese, and I want to say his father's from Ghana, I believe. I'm not 100% for sure, but it's kind of weird. There's a lot of mystery with this guy. His father's African, from Africa, but he goes by a Japanese last name, so I'm not for sure the situation there. I'm not saying there's any kind of conspiracies or anything. It just doesn't add up, quite frankly. I know that in the past, he's tried to keep his personal life really personal in Japan. He doesn't speak English, or he didn't at the time, when he came over to play basketball in America. At college, he had to have some immersion courses to even kind of understand basic English, because he was having trouble understanding even basketball lingo. But of course, in the classroom, he was having some difficulty. I think a lot of people think, well, if you're from Africa or your father or mother's African, then you would probably know some English. But my understanding was he was raised his entire life as a Japanese person who happened to have a father who was African. So, like I said, there's a lot of mystery here. I don't really know a lot about it. Like Darvish, his father is Iranian, if I'm not mistaken, and Darvish is not a Japanese last name. Yu is, but Darvish is not. But, he was raised in Japan as a Japanese, but he spoke, I believe, Farsi and also Japanese. But, he went by his father's last name, and that's just an example of that. So, like I said, I'm not 100% for sure. But anyways, y'all didn't come here for a lesson in the international politics or whatever. So anyways, I picked up a couple of his rookie cards, or cards that, might be rookies. But I got them. These are all I got for $1. No charges for shipping. Here's a Blue Chips card, which I thought was really cool looking. I think he has a lot of upside from what I can see, what I've read. Time will tell. But, to quickly show these off. Here's when he was with, I said George Washington, I'm sorry, Gonzaga. I apologize. Here it is, Gonzaga. There's another Japanese basketball player who used to be called Yuta Watanabe, and he played for George Washington. I do apologize. He played for Gonzaga. So, but I'm not. He was a first. I remember watching a basketball game, just regular on TV about 3 or 4 years ago, and they were like, Hachimura, shoots and scores, and I'm like, Hachimura, that's Japanese. And so I'm looking on the court for a Japanese guy, traditionally what you'd expect a Japanese guy to look like, and then I'm like, and then I saw the back of his jersey or whatever, and I'm like, he doesn't look really Japanese to me. And then I had to do some research, and sure enough, learned a lot more about him. It was really cool. Next up is I'm sorry, did I show this? The Blue Chips was a mosaic. And then this was an NBA Hoops. I should do a better job. This is a Panini Contenders. And the next one is what do we want to call this? An Illusions. This is an Illusion. This is a very shiny one. So, you all can let me know what you all think. The guys who follow the NBA, is he as good as I been hearing about? Is it just like in Japan, they really put him over? And honestly, that's how I've learned a lot about him, is from Japanese media. But in Japan, it's not always accurate. It's more like they push their anybody who's Japanese to the stratosphere, talking about how great they are, but then in reality, they're not that great. Case in point, Shogo Akiyama. I heard all summer long when the baseball finally got back together that he was doing great. And then I was like, oh, wow, that's awesome, And then I look up his statistics, and it's like he's batting .222, and, and I'm like, that's not really as great as it sounded like. And here's a rookie Recon. Looks pretty cool. I do got to say that Panini, their basketball products are pretty awesome looking, and this looks awesome. The cards look so great. I can't tell which ones where base cards stop and inserts begin, because the base cards look awesome. And here's a Great Expectations of Hachimura. So there you go. And then I got one more card here. This is a, Chronicles Essentials. And there's another shiny one. So let me know what you all think, guys. I got all these cards, so I got like 8 cards, so it was like $8 here per card. I know it's nothing like, I think they're all base cards, or maybe 1 or 2 inserts mixed in there, but I think they're all base cards. So as you all know, look at all that shine. You know, who knows who knows if any of these are even like cards to even try to get. I might have just wasted my money, quite frankly. But you know, I thought it'd be cool to get some Hachimura cards, being a Japanese guy. I think there's only been one other Japanese guy that even made it to NBA until recently. His name was Yuta Tabuse. He played for the Phoenix Suns back in the late 90s, if I'm not mistaken, and he kind of was like a Spud Webb type player. He was like 5'7", 5'8", 5'9", something like that. Good ball handler, you know, stuff like that, but he didn't really last very long, maybe a few years. But other than him, just until him and then the Watanabe guy, which I think's not anywhere near as good as Hachimura, there has been no real Japanese ball players. So it's kind of cool to see that. So let me know what you think. What's your thoughts, insights? I would greatly appreciate it. Until next time, peace.